welcome to the morning smoke. This your boy Rich.
Leander Williams.
What's good with you today, brother?
Hey man, it's a beautiful day, brother. Can't complain. Good smoke. It's always good.
Day great. Life great, smoke great, huh? Yeah, I love it, brother. What you smoking on?
I got this Drew Estate, man. This is a good, I say anybody who want to get introduced to the cigar world, I always kind of recommend this.
Is it mild?
A real mild sweet.
That's the brand, Drew Estate?
Drew Estate. No, yeah, Drew Estate is the.
I just seen some, I don't know if it's Java or Java, and it had Drew Estate on there.
Yeah, they also have those too.
That's the brand, or is that like a rapper? Or
what do you mean? Talking about the Java?
The Drew Estate. What does that mean? Is
Drew
that the
Estate
brand
is
of
like
the cigar?
the manufacturer. Is that the right word I'm saying?
True, I mean, it's a different pronunciation.
I put some different things in there. Like Gurkha, then Gurkha got Beast. They got Gurkha, Elegance, Gurkha, this and that. And Camacho, what kind of Camacho is that? A B, what is that? BP or something like that? Which is just different ones they have.
We'll put it in the show notes. I don't know. The turbo box.
Be what it is.
Yeah.
One time, man.
Yeah, man. What you got planned this week, brother? What kind of goals you got to knock off this week?
I want to capitalize, kind of really do more. Because I have like a reading goal to do at least a chapter a day. I want to do more toward the weekend, like crunch down on more of it. Because I've been reading the book and it's been pretty good. So I want to do more of that, do more writing, do more research. Just kind of take advantage of the weekend, honestly.
What you reading, or is everything top secret?
Top secret, bro.
Top secret.
But I think I mentioned it in the last episode about how to win friends and influence people.
Mm-hmm.
Dale Carnegie, that's his name.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the lessons in there, because like when I first, I was judging the book by its cover, which that's what you're supposed to do. One dude did that, Michael Shea did a stand-up thing. He's like, man, we shouldn't judge a book by a cover. But he's like, yo, what the purpose of putting the covers on the book for in the first place? But it's a good point he had made. I thought it was dope to say that. But
Elaborate on what that means.
Like, the presentation to what you got to draw you in to want to read.
But what? So you don't agree with that? Don't judge a book by its cover.
In so many ways, when it comes to marketing and things like that, I'm like, yeah, that's some bull. But as far as like some of the information tied into it, nah, because I read some books with some horrible covers and a bad title, but the information in it was like super valuable. But this situation was like, I read the title, I'm like, I don't want no how to win free. I don't want no free. I'm good with the ones I got and the influence. I think I'm a very influential person, but the information in there, man, is like, yo, you don't think like that. Like what you think. I think it was a very, I won't say simple, but simple concepts. You just don't really focus in on that though. It's like, yo, I didn't think about that. Like, how can I get my daughter to eat her lunch or want to go to kindergarten and stuff like that? There was certain things he was saying there, like the families, like the mom and dad and brother was sitting around doing like the hand painting and all this kind of stuff. And then the little kid got interested. And then they was like, no, you can't do it unless you get through kindergarten. Yeah, go to kindergarten. That's what you learn. That's what we learned how to do it.
Right.
And said the kid was crying prior to, but when it came that morning, he the first person up, like really excited to go over there. So I think you making like that move, whether it's business and in relationships. I think and with anything, building, doing a business deal, like focus on what the other person got going on, what they want to see is, and you will eventually get what you need out of that process. So it's just a beautiful thing.
I had a story similar to that. So when I was like 8 or 9, like my mom, dad, and everybody, like the family and stuff, they used to like be drinking this stuff. They were like, it was this grown-up juice.
Oh, grown-up juice.
So I couldn't wait until I get some of that juice. Man, been drinking that juice. Nah, I'm just playing, man. I'm absolutely, what is it, dry, man. Ain't done nothing with 5 years, man.
So what made you make that decision, though? Like, man, I'm gonna go, like, did you go cold turkey or you just kind of wean yourself off it?
It was absolutely cold turkey, actually, man. It was just actually a conversation between me and the dude I was working with at the time. He said he wanted to do it, and he had his reason. It was like his New Year's resolution for 2016, And me and him talking about it, was like into January. And I'm like, oh, okay, that sounds cool. Then I started thinking, I'm like, man, that sounds cool. Like, it's something I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't really commit to that idea at that time. And then it kind of, like I think I was on Facebook or something. And like, and I seen, I don't think it was Facebook, it was like YouTube or something. But it was like a dude, it was like some dude in the music industry.
Zaytoven.
I don't know.
Gucci Mane.
He had something to do with, I think, Future or somebody. But he was like somebody, he's somebody behind the scenes, man. And he was sharing this story on how he cut alcohol out, he cut out partying. And when he did that, his mind became more clear, and he felt like God started, like his relationship with God became more personal when he cleared the clutter out of his life. Boy, that was tough to say. Yeah, man, he cleared the clutter out of his life.
Say that 5 times.
Yeah, man, and he said he was able to hear God a lot more clear. And when he said that, I started to ask myself, like why? Like, cause all of a sudden I'm hearing this thought and this idea of like the alcohol thing. And then and actually it was your mama that was telling me that historically in our family, like that was something we, you know what I'm saying, like throughout the years, we probably, like some family members dealt with, you know what I'm saying?
Has some issues with that bar.
Yeah, has some issues with that, man. So I put all that stuff together, which that was similar to the friend I was talking about. That was kind of why he's trying to get up, or at least pause from it.
Right.
So I asked myself, like, why do you even drink? And couldn't even really figure it out, man. The only answer I had was peer pressure. You know me, man, the many principles. Like, peer pressure just ain't nothing that really float well with me.
Cut it down.
It's like, man, you got, and it ain't really peer pressure in that traditional way. It was more like peer pressure in a way that it's like the American culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody, it's like just eating a hamburger. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody really asks or like force you to do it, but nobody ever question you as to why you do it. Right, you know what I'm saying? Because it's so normal. Mm-hmm. And I started asking myself, like, bro, you can be social when you want to be social. You don't need it for courage. You can be courageous when you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was starting to figure out, like, why exactly do I do it? Mm. And I literally just challenged myself, like, all right, bro, the next time you drink, you need to have an urge. And 5 months from that period, I was going on a cruise with my pops. And I thought for sure it was going to be over then. Because I didn't think it was going to be like long term. But I ended up going on that cruise and, you know, kicking it with pops. I ain't had no desire with that, you know, because it's a whole different vibe. Shout out to pops, you know what I'm saying? But, it was just a whole different vibe. So I wasn't even on that drink thing. It was just good time with my pops. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, it was like, I ain't really got no reason or no temptation that I feel like would be strong for that. And I ain't had no temptation during the cruise thing. I just thought it would be temptation. But yeah, man, I just never had an urge. I would say I had a never, but it's probably like 2 or 3 times. I wouldn't even call it an urge, but it was like I wanted to drink. And I was like, man, it'd be a good drinking moment. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't nearby do it. It ain't even really even make me want to do it for real. But it was just the idea that I had. And that was the closest that I never came to doing this. Actually, no, that's true. After my deployment in 2018, my homeboy, man, shout out to old Damian Vane, man. And
bring you back into the
country. Quincy Smith, man. I had a little sip in 2018, man.
Well, that sip will bring you back, King.
We went to a Korean barbecue. Amazing food if you never had it, boy. Korean barbecue.
I heard it's good.
They make you have to cook the food, so I kind of question whether it's a restaurant or not.
You got to put seasoning on it too?
Nah, yeah, the seasoning. They give you like a little hot grill, and they come out with the raw meat. Yeah, the marinated meat. You drop it down. You got to cut it up, flip it over, and all that stuff. Okay. Kind of a little tiring, honestly, but it's a cool experience and good food. Right. Yeah, man. So he go there. He ordered some green soju, but he said it fast because he know him. He used to deal with the Korean barbecue and stuff like that. So he like green soju, and I thought he said green soda. And it came out this elegant, beautiful, similar to this kind of glass. Right. He didn't have all the the crystal outlines and all this stuff, man. But like he could come out of this glass. Something everybody else drinking. Ain't nobody said nobody was drinking. Usually people announce when they start drinking. Right. So I pulled me up a little cup like that big.
Oh, the little soju. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look, almost like it's about a little bit bigger than a shot glass, man. I done dropped that jet back thinking I'm about to give me a little more soda. Like, man, what? I was drunk off that one cup. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, that's really been it, man. But, inside of that, though, and the reason why I stick with it, same reason why I haven't eaten pork since, I think, 2013. Like, very similar reasons is that inside of that, man, is that discipline. Like, because how I do this is just saying, it's a bunch of opportunities, bunch of questions that I have to answer each moment that'll keep me young. Because like right now, right here, we got that, what you should call the Scotch, right?
Yes, sir, Scotch.
Yeah, see, that sound cool with cigars. You know?
Well, it's a good pair though, brother. I believe it. I get what you're saying though, because it's very important. Like we question why we do certain things. You be doing stuff just because you see your parents, your brothers, and everybody else do it. Right. But I think when you said that one point, I was like, man, maybe I need to start questioning my behavior and what I do. I was like, okay, Carlos, why do you drink? I thought about it. Well, it makes me feel good. So I guess it's deeper than just the pure passion thing. But now, every now and then, I do enjoy me a drink occasionally. Mainly with cigars more than anything, and also it's some social settings, not all, but some social settings. Because I like it. I like to do it because I'll say this though. Since that conversation that we had about that, I think I cut back a lot because at one point, man, it was almost like 3-4 times a week. I ain't gonna lie, like 3-4 times a week. I was just like indulging in it, and then I kind of remember the stories like my mom used to tell me about, certain family members, how that affected them as well as, and like that goes for both sides of my family. So it's like, kind of calm it down a little bit, man. So don't get so hooked on something. Yeah. And that's big. That's big though. Like don't consume.
I think that's the important thing, man, because it really relates to how much else you should be doing when the other things you should be doing in life like that. You know what I'm saying? Because asking yourself that question ain't never bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it really just allows you to become more self-aware of your actions. And that's super important because a lot of times when you do stuff, people are like, oh no, there's a lot of people in prison right now. A lot of people that can't even speak no more right now. And the reason why they did it was they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So if it's like you're going to live your life and you're going to do something, like just try to understand why you're doing it. Like I won't knock anybody. It's crazy because like I don't do the pork or the alcohol. So I'm a straight up rebel in a lot of people's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people feel like they gotta like adjust when they come around me. Like I don't know what's up. Like it's like, man, get your drink, I buy it for you. We kick it.
You respect like the pastor.
I don't know all about that.
People hide their cup and their beer cans and stuff.
No, I don't do all that. I think they do it more. Man. I think they do it more thinking that they tempted me or something like that. Like it was, like it was like my decision. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't really have like the spiritual ties and all this stuff. Not in the obvious way anyway. Right, you know what I'm saying? So. Man, but it's a lot of people that kind of like, but it's like, man, do your thing. Like, I just absolutely believe in you doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like I wouldn't want you trying to force me to drink. Like, I ain't gonna try to convince you to not drink. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't really why I got in the game. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I just like it though. Like when you challenge yourself, you cut back on things. It's just so important. Like just saying no to yourself. That was somebody I had to realize too with finances. Cause I came to the military, man, and I remember Unc, like I always tell that story. Unc, like your daddy, like came in, like, King, you going to the military? You ain't got no kids, you ain't married, save your money. I'm like, man, I ain't got no kids, I ain't married. I'm about to spend this money, man. And that's precisely what I did for the first 4-5 years, man. You know what I'm saying? Then it finally got to a point. It actually was a natural point because I was addicted to Ralph Lauren. I ain't even joking like straight up addicted. Like I was going into it was like debt that I could afford, but it was like I was going. That's funny to say, huh? That you can afford, brother. I guess I could afford. I was able to pay all the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, yeah, man. But it ain't going to no collections, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay him a credit card all the time. That $15 balance, $15 due on that $2,000, $5,000 balance. Yeah, man, it was that bad, man. I started just telling myself, like, man, just having a conversation, like, bro, why aren't you saving money, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? Then I started saving, and it was like, man, what you gonna do next? Like, you saving money, and then all of a sudden you spend it. Like, bro, what's next from saving? Because people say save, like, what does that mean?
What does it mean? Yeah,
and that's eventually I got turned on to investing, and here we are.
Yeah, and I think that's what the thing that kind of got me too, though. But mine's totally different. I think I had the money to make the purchases, which I did at the time, especially in school. Boy, we had some money that we didn't even know for real. The refund check hit, boy, it's game time. We hitting everybody's store. No doggone direction at all. But we went in with, you know, kind of spend stuff cash on, especially, we did Ralph Lauren big. Ralph Lauren, get some J. Shout out to Vincent for putting me on the J, boy, because I had one pair of shoes in school, boy. You had to make them do for the year.
Yeah.
And then when I got to the point I had my own money to do what I wanted to do, okay, of course I'm splurging. And it just got to a point.
And I think it's necessary.
I think it is. Just kind of experience it for a time. So I did have a period, man, some years of just like blowing their money, having fun with it. But no guidance behind it was the thing. Like I always remember what Pop said, oh, you can drop the ashes on the cigar. Come on, my brother.
Come on, no name, man.
Nah, we'll think of one next time.
Right.
But yeah, no guidance at all. And I just remember Pop saying saving. So I had a habit of doing it just out of habit, just doing it, you know, for real. And just put money up and had all this money. Then all of a sudden I got introduced to the credit cards. Like I think I had like a Discover 500, which I was doing pretty good with.
What does that mean, Discover 500? Is the balance?
The balance, the limit on it was 500. So I ain't know nothing about no 30% utilization. Like you can't go above that or it start to affect your credit score, nothing like that. I felt that if you get like hit by $4.99, as long as you don't cross the limit, you good. And that's how a lot of us are. Like a lot of people just don't know nothing about the utilization. We never taught them. So it's like, okay, well, I was having cars at there with some money coming in or something like that. I put 25 up for the minimum payment. And that was pretty much it. Then went to the bill. And the lady at the doggone register, I can see her face to this day, can't I tell you. So I go in and I was like, okay. She's like, you want to apply for a car? I'm like, let's go for it. She's like, okay, well, you got to approve. Yeah, you get like 15% off. And I had like 5 or 6 Ralph Lauren shirts, the whole 9. Not on the clearance rack too. So I thought I was the man. High as a mug, the bill. And she's like, oh yeah, you got to approve for $850. What? It's go time. So I'm spending my money and the credit card money, buying more clothes. And it got to a point, I would literally, like every month, rack up on $850, pay the $850 off. So I had a good little system. I was clearing it at the time. And then they raised 2-3 months up. They raised that joke up $3,500.
Sometimes the devil appears blessings.
So I'm thinking like, whoa, like anybody want a shirt? Like I got you. And it was one of them situations, but it just got out of hand to a point where now the limit get a little too much of what I'm used to. I guess over with. And I ain't spurring that whole thing, and that would put me in the financial strain. And then wanted to know more about how I can get myself out of that. And that's crazy when we go speak to college students and things of that nature. That's one of the stories I bring up. Yeah. Just kind of help them get outside of that cycle.
Yeah, let's take me here for a little minute, man. That's good. This good stuff right here. Being that you the credit whiz. Know what I'm talking about?
I don't say y'all live, bro. I just know how to get y'all.
You on. Yeah, man. So the first thing I like to break it down to me. Like what you mentioned utilization, a 30% utilization. What does that mean?
Just your usage on your cards. So it's just pretty much. So say for instance you got $1,000 limit on there. Mm-hmm. The idea is to be between, that we call it the 10 and 30% rule. Because if they give you debt like on the card, they expect you to use it. So you just use it like not using the card at all. They ain't making no money off you at all. Right. So it's like, okay, well, we'll shut down this card. And a lot of people will go and keep a card for so long that they probably had like 5-6 years. I'm definitely a victim of that. Like I had a car for like 8 years, not knowing this age is actually helping build my credit profile, and I wasn't using it. I just paid it off because I was like, yo, I'm fresh out of debt. Like no way I'm using this card again. Not realizing the power in it. And the card closed. The grantor closed the card. So I'm like, yo, what the crap is going on? And I lost all of that age. It negatively affected my account. So
it's like a hard remove? I thought you just had to call them up. Was it after?
No, you can call them. Like I called them like, yo, can y'all please get my card back on my knee? Like at that time I was becoming familiar with it after that happened. So I was like, okay, well.
And that's something you can do, like call and be like, hey,
put it back on. It's like, no, not happening. This card is doing.
Is it like a per card?
See, I don't know at the time. At the time, I was just like calling. Y'all can't do nothing. Y'all can't reactivate this joke and put me back. Hey, no, they made a decision. And based on what I'm seeing here, that's it, done deal. So I'm like, man, what the world? So I had to learn from that. And then now, it's just like moving forward. But the utilization, like I was saying, say you got $1,000 limit, keeping rule, like what I said about the 1030, is if you're not using any debt, then no sense having the card. Don't go above 30% on the card because now it's starting to affect your credit score. and you'll see how them start to take off the point, and the more you get up there in usage. But that's the principle. You want to stay within that frame and make sure you make your payment all the time. I don't care if you have to call in if you know you're gonna not hit the due date. They ain't gonna report it until like 30 days after you was late. So you got a little time frame, one at a time to use. You just call them and be like, hey, I can't make this payment here, but I probably can in like 2 weeks. And it won't affect you. They won't have to actually write this down and be like, okay, well, you was negative. Because a hard hit, let's think about it. Payment history counts for 35% of your credit profile.
Payment history? Okay.
Yeah, so you think about that, like that's a huge chunk of what's actually needed to kind of build out the score for what you got. So you stay within that range always. Just know on 1,000, I got 300 max that I can spend.
Right.
And just kind of keep that principle, man, and do that. Know to make your payments. And man, I think you'll be good.
Let me tell you how bad I was back in the gap. This is just trifling. I used to
say trifling, right?
Sometimes I used to like use my credit card. Basically, I guess cash advances. I ain't really know what none of that stuff meant. It just used to say you can pull out this amount of cash, and I would pay my other credit card with that sometimes. Remember, no kids, no wife at the time. All this stuff, man, and all of it because, like, you know what I'm saying, just never saying no to myself, man. But another thing, so you say 35% for credit history, right? So you mentioned utilization, and you also mentioned
payment history, mixed credit. Mixed credit is the number of accounts that you will have.
So the history, yeah.
15%, yeah.
That's 15%. So how much is utilization?
So utilization, that's 30%.
So that's right under the history.
Payment, your payment, your utilization and your payment history, like how you paying on those accounts. Are you on time?
Those are the two most important.
That's the most important thing you need to focus on.
Yeah.
That's it. That's more than half of the percentage that make up your score.
Okay. So some people think like getting no credit cards, like having no credit cards is like the way to go.
Well, because you got some people who take the Dave Ramsey approach. And what Dave Ramsey
so he that man, right? That's who I think about when I say it, man. He that man. Like,
he's that guy for that. Yeah, the cash king. He think cash is king. Whereas, like, don't put yourself in debt. Have the money to make the purchase, right. which is fine. But from an investor standpoint, like, credit is king. In my eyes, credit is king in my eyes because you can do so much more.
I like to call her the queen because she support the king, which is cash.
She support the king, which is cash.
You use the credit to leverage for cash, right?
Yeah, but it makes no sense. So if I got $100,000 right now, would you take that $100,000 as an investor? Take that $100,000 and you see an apartment complex for $100,000. Would you pay cash fully for that, or would you leverage credit to do that?
Credit.
Okay, so it's like in our world as an investor, like I would rather use somebody else's money, keep my cash on reserve to make even more investments versus like using straight cash for that. Some people think that, I'm gonna just pay off all this in cash and not take advantage of the system of having credit. So that's why I say credit is king. But of course, cash is the queen. Yeah. In my eyes, cash is the queen. Okay. Because she sit there.
We say the same thing.
And the king protect them.
Yeah.
Not in the sense.
I would say cash is the protector, right?
Okay. Explain.
So using that house analogy, particularly the subject I
enjoy real estate rich. By the way, real estate rich. Follow him on Instagram. You know what I'm talking about? ATJ Richardson, baby. Yeah, man. But so what I would say is, so you use that 100,000 credit, right? Mm-hmm. The reason why I won't touch the cash is because, say, this is my thought. I ain't never really had no true tact behind this. This is how I make sense of money. Okay. So you give me it's $100,000 property. Mm-hmm. I have $100,000 cash. I'm gonna use a whole $100,000 of other people's money plus any maintenance and stuff I need. So no down payment at all. No down payment at all is my goal. You know what I'm saying? If it makes financial sense when I rent it out. Right. Right. So I'm gonna leave all my cash in the reserve, but because people know I got this cash, people gonna lend stuff to me. Mm. So usually you can get that 100,000 covered if you got 100,000 laying around. So just collateral. Right. So it's like, I wouldn't even call it collateral per se because the cash ain't really up for that. It's like when people know you got it, they'll give it. Mm. That was a good line. You write it down and go to yeah, man. But Dr. Seuss book, so you ain't got no credit for that one. Dang. Yeah, and red fish, blue fish. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, that was profound. Oh, come on, man. You out of there. Yeah, man. So if it's $100,000 property, I got $100,000 cash, $100,000 cash. I'm gonna use the $100,000 credit to purchase that property. I leave the cash. So the thing about it, you can use this cash to buy this property, which a lot of people think, and they go to use credit because now they don't have cash. In an emergency, I would rather be using my cash to keep me afloat rather than the credit. Like, you don't want to use credit in the bad time. Most of the time, you don't get credit in the bad time. Like, you spend $100,000 and they like, dang, you ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we ain't about to give you, we probably ain't gonna give you much with that, you know what I'm saying? Now that we see that you ain't got, like, you got zero compared to $100,000, like, they gonna give you money. But if you didn't put all your cash into one thing, a lot of people think that Dave Ramsey approach you're talking about, a lot of people dump their cash in and then when everything failed, they use the credit. That's the worst thing to do because now you got credit and you don't know a way to, now you're struggling to find ways to pay it. Where if you did vice versa, you got 100,000 ways to pay that thing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know. Ain't no signs behind it. Just what makes sense to me. You know.
So I guess we not.
It extends your life.
We saying the same thing. I guess our positioning of king and queen.
I just think that the cash will protect you.
No respect for women. I think the queen. See, I think the queen is much greater than the feminist. I think the queen is much greater than the king, man. You know, she's sitting on reserve, man, but she adds so much value to how he moves. So that cash is like sitting back, like I got you protected, even though you going out there making me my money and making this thing happen.
I feel it. So the important part is that
shout out to my women, man, my beautiful women across the world.
Man, you know I love you all my life. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. But the most important part is just understanding the relationship between the credit and the cash. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's really the more important part, man. And you know, and when I say don't over leverage, man, don't be biting out more than you can manage. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say you can afford, but sometimes you gotta take that leap of hope, but you gotta be able to manage that thing and have a few different courses of action in place in the event. Right.
And it's just crazy though, how people, and just who you follow too, and just what you receive, how you receive it. I'll say that because I met a guy who was on a flight from I want to say from Memphis heading to Atlanta.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say something more exotic.
No, Morocco was a short trip there. But now we end up sitting beside each other, and crazy enough, we kind of knew some of the same people. So we just started talking from there. And he was like, Dave Ramsey was like, this was the information he received, that's what he got. And that's what he was on. Like, that's how he felt. Like, you should move the way Dave Ramsey said in the book. Because he kept bringing that up. So I'm like, okay, well, have you thought about this? Like, I ain't trying to force you onto my beliefs or anything like this, but think about it from this perspective. Because he was saying, like, okay, well, I'm trying to get out of the corporate America. Like, not live just like any regular American. I want to kind of have multiple streams and do other things just in case that do fail. Then what do I do? You can't do that. Like, as far as getting into this world now, Dave Ramsey ain't gonna help you at all. So I started to kind of show him, like, how important credit is and how this can also add value to what the principles you already have. Like, bro, I never thought about that. And it's crazy, like, I didn't think I would hear back from him, but he ended up hitting me up probably about a month after that. He's like, oh, so I made, did this, I made this move, I did this. And I leveraged credit to do that. So I was like, man, that was big. Right. That was big.
The most important part, man, if you using credit for an investment, you gotta ensure that investment gonna pay you back. Like, when you can cover that, whatever the interest is that you have on that debt that you now owe, and also a little bit something for yourself. But in some situations, you probably put yourself to the side. But as long as it can cover that debt, like, that's the most important part of that, man.
And I think people need to really know that for sure, though. Like, understand this now. Like, the information is out there. Like, we can't say, oh, we ain't got it no more. I don't know that, or my mom and them ain't teach me that. Like, the information's out there. My parents didn't teach me anything about this. The only thing I knew, save your money, do this, and have good credit. But why? Like, I ain't just know the meaning behind it. Mm-hmm. And I guess they was at a point where it was just like trial and error. Like, I noticed that if you don't have this, then you in that situation, but not really knowing the principles set aside from it. So I just got introduced to the right people is through exposure, things of that nature that kind of put me on game with that. And it's like, yo, wow. So now I can teach this back and then move forward. So a lot of people think like, okay, I can't. You're a young kid, or man, you can't tell your parents nothing. No, nah. I was able to help my parents get theirs up, and now they know that cycle, and also my brother know the principles of it. I'm teaching it to my daughter, so take it back and then move forward. That's how I look at it. Like sometimes you got to do that, and then now the cycle moves on, and we broke that financial illiteracy in our family. And then now everybody moving forward should know the reason why you saved and why you put back.
It definitely, we have just culturally, that's a very negative relationship to debt. Because a lot of people kind of like, well, I'm going to call it first grade, like when you and I both shared, there's a lot of people stop right there like that. $1,000 on a credit card looks a lot like free money.
Right.
And a lot of people don't even worry about paying it.
Right.
It's just like, oh man, they gave me $1,000. I'm about to mess that up. Short-term thinking and survivalistic thinking, man.
Right.
Where you ain't really thinking about tomorrow.
Yeah.
You just all about right now. I'm gonna blow this $1,000. And I remember when we were younger, back when the phone, the phone first came out, call ID.
Yeah.
And folk credit was so messed up, man. Like it be newborns' name pop up on the call ID because the phone is in their name.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
And then they go on and not even pay them bills. Like you talking about somebody that is living in the moment. Jack they mess up, then jack their kids stuff up before they even get a chance.
Please don't do that. No, please don't do that to each other. I plead and beg with you. Do not do that.
And if you have done it, call WK Financial, man. What's supposed to give you?
Hey, WK Financial, reach out to it, man. We'll kind of help you put your own game. And that's the thing, though. It's like the educational piece that we add to people. Like it's one thing, because if you look at the percentage, it's like 85% of people who do get their credit restored go back to what they was like used to or know. Why? Because they just got a service done versus like, I'm going to get this service, but give me the real information behind it. Like, why did it go up? Why did it go down? And then now we provide you with those principles, like some of the things I listed. Right. Now you're like, okay, I ain't doing that again. How about that? And if you do that, call me again. Call me again. I do it. But it's like, don't set yourself up like that. Now that you know better, it's clear. I need to do better.
Yeah, that's really
what it is.
Look at that. WK Financial will fix your credit, then give you credit.
Kind of good, but we ain't gonna use that as a slogan.
Give you credit,
huh?
Give you credit like props.
Right. But I ain't like it though.
But also,
I ain't like it, bro. We gonna stick to the one.
If you out there and you like that, use it, man. It's free. I ain't charging. See, the game ain't free, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
One time.
Yeah, man. That's all right there, though, man.
Hey, but I think we definitely got to carry that conversation on. For sure. Like, for real. I think people can really gain some value in it. And we'll kind of break it down, man. Put a chart behind us. You break down the real estate game for them, how they can leverage the credit once they get it fixed.
Absolutely.
Makes sense, man. Thank you for joining the conversation with us.
For sure, man. The smoke is out, man.